Hello, you beautiful human beings. My name is Jennifer Carolina Lopez, and I want to welcome you to Genuine. First and foremost, I know it's been some time since I've posted, but I kind of told myself that I wanted to post content that was of quality versus quantity. And at first, I really wanted to put out something every single week. And I then began to think I could post something every single week, but is it going to be of value? Is it really going to resonate with people? So I didn't want to just post to post. I really want to post so that it actually resonates with people and people can relate to it and it comes from here. So that's why I've been gone for a little bit, but I'm, going to post as much as I can when I can. As always, I'm very grateful and thankful for the support of my friends and family and strangers, especially those of you who follow me on Instagram and have been watching my fitness journey. It's definitely been a long one, and it's just been such a journey, and there were times where it was tough, but when I stand here today and I see the changes that are constantly happening, all those moments of struggle, all those moments of doubt, all those moments where I woke my ass up at 4 a.m. and didn't want to, but did, have really been worth it, and I wouldn't change any of it. So today's subject that I want to talk about is for anyone that has found themselves or finds themselves currently in a toxic relationship, whether it's with a significant other, whether it's with a job that isn't treating you well, anything that just does not serve you. I am here to tell you that it is okay to part ways with anyone and anything that belittles you, that does not serve any value to you, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay afterwards. It may take some time to get over whatever it is, but you'll get over it. And that is something I can assure you. So I say that because, I am someone who was in a relationship with someone who had their own demons. And at first I didn't see it. And by the time that I found out, it was too late. I was pregnant and getting ready to have a baby. And obviously, I am speaking of my daughter's father, whom some of you may or may not know. I don't really post much about him or even talk much about this topic, but I did run this by him, and I did mention that I wanted to have this conversation with my audience because it's a part of my story. It's a part of what has made me today, and I think it's important to share. And I just want to start off by saying that I am not here to bash my daughter's father. I am not here to belittle him. That is not my forte. I don't know what it's like to have substance abuse, so I can't judge him, or I can't speak on his struggles, because those are his demons that he's trying to fight. The only thing that I can say is from this experience, I have grown as a woman, and it just taught me so much about myself and just the perseverance that I had within me that I didn't know I had until I went through this, which is just something else in my life that God kind of threw in my way to make me stronger. My daughter's dad loves her, and he means well. He is a good person, and I know, given his situation, it's hard sometimes, and every day we try our best to be as cordial and as loving to our daughter, which is our priority, is to make sure that she is well taken care of, that she is loved, and that she grows up to be a beautiful, educated, young, proud Latin Black woman. And that's our goal. But as I mentioned, this experience has definitely allowed me to grow as a woman. And I want to share this message because I want women and men to know that it's okay to get out of something that's toxic, that doesn't serve you well, and know that it's going to be okay. And I know I've mentioned this before, where a lot of the times people seek validation and love from other people. And I know at one point in my life, and even with this relationship, I seek that. And it wasn't until getting out of this relationship that I realized I lacked a lot of self-love, because I was willing to put up with this for longer than I should have. And the moment that I realized my worth, the moment that I realized I was not the person who was supposed to carry that battle, I was able to then really progress in my own personal life because I set that boundary. There were moments where, and he's very much aware of this, and nothing that I'm speaking of here he's not aware of, he's very much aware. But there were many times where I was made feel guilty for leaving or for walking away. And I was often told that I gave up on him. He often told me that I gave up on him. And, you know, that first and foremost was very selfish on his behalf, and he's very much aware of that. But, you know, I began to think, when is it okay for me then to walk away if this person is not willing to change their behavior? When is it not selfish? And here's the thing, there are so many men and women out there who are trying to be the savior of someone else. But I need you to understand that as long as that person does not want to change, like as long as that person is constantly coming up with excuses, constantly doubting themselves, there is going to be no change. And you are going to be stuck in this relationship for a very long time, trying to save someone else. Therefore, you start losing yourself. Therefore, you got to ask yourself, who is saving you if you're trying to save someone else? And that really ties back into our own struggles and the changes we want to make personally. If we are not mentally ready, healed, if we have not moved on from whatever pasts are holding us back, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in the present, you're not going to get it done because you're still holding on to the past. You are still going over these events in your life that you cannot change. What happened, happened. You got to let it go. And so just like this relationship, I told my daughter's father plenty of times that I forgave him. I needed to forgive him so I could move on. And I did just that. And leaving that relationship was the best thing I did for myself, because I began to focus on me, right? I was no longer consumed by someone else's struggles. And I'll repeat it again. If you are with someone who has an addiction and they are not ready to change, you cannot change them. And that goes with anything. If you have a friend who wants to lose weight, but mentally they are not ready, You cannot force them to lose weight. They have to want it as bad as you want it for them. So save yourself some time and walk away. And sometimes it's scary, especially if you have children with this individual, but I can assure you it's going to be okay. And when I say save yourself some time, I mean, you don't want years to go by trying to save someone else when they're not ready to change. Because I'm sorry, that is a waste of your time. And it's not fair to you. Because you as an individual, you are trying to progress. You are trying to get ahead, but you can't because you're so consumed with someone else. And it's hard. It's hard trying to work on you, but also trying to save and help someone else who doesn't want to change. That's a lot of work. And I say that from personal experience. And for those of us who are parents and stay in these relationships for the sake of the children, you have to ask yourself, are you better off being in this toxic relationship than being by yourself? Is it worth it to your children to see you argue, to see you fight, to see you waste away, versus having your child watch you persevere, win, fight, and make it to the top, and be happy? Because that's what I chose for my daughter, was to step out of this relationship and show her what it is to have something stand in your way and fight your way through it. What it is to persevere and know that you can do anything. I decided that my happiness and her happiness was worth so much more than trying to stay in a relationship that wasn't guaranteed to head in the direction that one would want it to. Because as I've mentioned, if someone is not willing to change on their own, you are not going to change them. So I took myself out of that equation. And the minute that I did, I saw life in a completely different way. And I saw my worth. I saw my value as a woman, as a mom, as an individual. And I began to kick ass. I began to smile again. So do yourself a favor and walk away from anything or anyone that does not serve you in the best way. That someone who doesn't, or something that doesn't empower you, elevate you, motivate you. Because believe it or not, those people, those things are the very things that are blocking you from being the best version of yourself. Time is so precious on this earth. Don't you want to be the best you while you're still here? Don't you want to look back at your life and be content and be happy and not have any regretful moments? Don't you feel like you are worthy enough to walk in your light? I'm here to tell you from experience, it is okay to let go because you're worth it. I was worth it. I am worth it. And the minute that I let go was the minute that I found that value, that I found that worthiness. And I will never allow anyone to get in the way of that. Neither should you, because I believe that you're worth it. We're all worth it. We just have to believe it. So take a little bit of time and believe in yourself, even if nobody else does. You are all you need. With that being said, I am sending peace, love, and light to you all. especially during these times that are just crazy. Hang on tight, 2020 is almost over. But most of all, the one thing that I ask of all of you is to stay real, stay raw, and stay genuine. Thanks so much for tuning in. I can't wait to catch you guys the next time. Have an amazing day. Peace.